Good morning, guys. Okay, we are here. You can't really see the little one here, but we are dressed for the day. Her hair is not done just yet. She is going to be going to her first softball practice, and I am so incredibly excited. It was a club that I played at when I was little, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm curious to see how it all ends up working out. But before we went, I wanted to update you guys. You guys probably saw I asked you what reading vlog you wanted to see next, but me being me, I switched things up and changed the course of things here. So I started a reading vlog, which I'll talk about the book I started for that reading vlog a little later on in the other reading vlog. Can you put that down, baby? Because I want to save that for that. But just know it was an anticipated 5-star read for me, and it ended up being very, very low rated. So as you would assume, it was very disappointing and it makes me feel like slumpy. So I'm like, I need to pick up something. And granted, the other books in the reading vlog were anticipated 5 stars too, but I'm just like, okay, I thought this one was going to be, and we're really low here. So a friend of mine picked up this duology and she was ranting and raving about it, and I loved the passion you could hear in her voice about it. She said it was going to be a favorite book series of all time, and I'm like, you know what? Might as well jump into this. I figured I might as well switch it up too. I've been reading a lot of contemporary, and these books are romantasy with dark academia vibes, and again, switching it up is another great way to get out of a slump. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So we are reading the duology by A.R. Conwell. The first book in the series is Ocean of Ink. And you can see it here, right in the corner here. Started it. Very, very interested in it so far. I am 14% of the way in, which you guys could see. I am on chapter 8 right there. But guys, I also wanted to mention, this is my new Kindle Colorsoft. If you saw, there's colors on the books on the library page or the home page, and I upgraded my Kindle. I wanted to mention this now. I am doing a giveaway for a Kindle Colorsoft in case you didn't see. So while I upgraded my Kindle, I wanted to upgrade one of yours as well. So what you have to do if you want to participate, leave a comment in the comment section, obviously, and that will be an entry for the giveaway. Now it's only one entry per video, and you can go back to my other videos from when I first started the giveaway and enter a comment in every single video, and you will be entered that many times into essentially winning the Kindle. I will pick a random video and a random commenter, and that is how we're just going to choose who wins. But what I wanted to say, we're starting this duology. I actually started it last night, and guys, from the beginning, it is so incredibly good. But I did want to put out there in the very beginning, there is, what are you doing? In the beginning, there is a content warning page. So it doesn't necessarily give you the exact content warnings. It tells you it is a romantasy with dark elements, and the dark elements do start off right away. You can go to Anna Conwell's website and it will tell you the exact content warnings, but she just puts out a little mini warning in the front, and then you go to her website and it will tell you all about it. Did I mention that A.R. Conwell is Anna Conwell? So this is the same author that writes the rom-coms. This is the name she uses for her romantasy. Guys, my brain is all over the place. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that. If I did already, we're doing it again. So how I'm feeling about Ocean of Ink. I am going to be buying this series. I have a feeling I'm going to be buying this series because, like I said, right from the start, she gets you intrigued. So we have our main character, and her brother ends up passing. It is not a spoiler. It is in the very beginning, and he was at his school. Now at this school, the brother goes on to tell his sister in a journal how it is dark and how he doesn't want her going there. He wants her to, stay safe and all of that. They say his death was caused by an attack, but there are people out there that are like, I don't know about this, and like he was part of a secret order, and guys, there's just like so much going on here, but it's done so incredibly well. I also love that the characters have a gift, so each character has a different gift, and I love that about the book. That's kind of like the fantasy element of the book, along with the like creatures that are beyond the wall that is around the school. And I think that is awesome. Because it is beginner friendly, I'm not wondering like what is going on. Like, it's not too complicated for me, while there are moments where, okay, you're going to be introduced to things you don't necessarily know about, but it's going to be explained as you get later on into the book. And that is okay with me. I actually like that. It keeps the suspense built up, and like the element of surprise when things are finally like uncovered or revealed, or you learn something about somebody. I really love that aspect of this book. I do also want to say that the side characters in here are also awesome. So we have a professor that ends up going to our main character's house to let them know of the main character's brother passing, and he seems to be someone that the brother trusted to some sort of level. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. And we get to see him and our main character and their interactions, and how our main character at first feels uncomfortable, and then she learns some things. And guys, that's what I like about this too. There are things that are uncovered. I'm not going to be talking too much, because you guys know I hate giving spoilers away, but I am like 100% invested in this book. I can't wait to see what happens, what gets uncovered. I can't wait to see where this goes. Again, I said it's a romantasy. I have a feeling I know where the romantasy aspect is going. So obviously we have our main character. We also have a character named Castian, and you see him, and he is part of the order that the brother was a part of. Again, it's not too spoilery, because it's like literally right in the beginning at the school. So the order at the school, they are both a part of it. Castian has a cousin named Finn, and the conversations between Castian and Finn are just top notch. They are so funny. I love how different their personalities are. It's just, I can't get enough of their conversations. Every time they are together and having a conversation, I am literally laughing and enjoying the book so incredibly much. But I can't wait to see where this goes. Obviously, there's that mysterious suspense element as to what actually happened to her brother. Her brother had gone beyond the walls into a forest where they know, like, do not enter. And I'm not going to go too far into it, but it's really interesting. I'm really invested. I can't wait to see, again, what unfolds as far as, can we trust these characters? Can we not trust some of these characters? And like the whole arrangement here, I'm just excited about every single aspect of this book. Obviously, I'm not that very far in, with being 14% of the way in, but again, so incredibly intrigued. Cannot wait to see where it goes, and wanted to give you guys my first update before we head on over to Grace's softball. I will be reading more of this today when our little man goes down for a nap after Grace's softball, and when Grace has her quiet time. I'm already looking forward to jumping back in and telling you guys more as I get further into the book, and I can totally see why Ari loves this book so much and this series, and I'm so glad I ended up switching gears and picking this one up. So, would you stop? So anyway, that is it for now. Again, I will keep you guys updated. There's Marshall. I will keep you guys updated, and I will talk to you guys very, very shortly. Alright guys, I just completely scared myself. I dropped my camera and I thought it was broken. Even now, like as I look at the lens, I'm like wondering if it's not. Thought I broke my camera. Almost broke my laptop because I smashed it right on top of my laptop. Anyway, I am going to work on getting my computer ready to edit some videos, but I also wanted to update you guys at the same time because Dave is out with the kids and I don't get that much time where it's quiet. So I did get 30% of the way into Ocean of Ink, and I am enjoying this more as we go into the book, and generally that's what ends up happening. Guys, our main character, Ren, already told you her brother passed. What I love about her as a main character You can tell, okay, she's nervous, obviously. She's going to the academy that her brother went to where he got killed. And like, yes, they are giving them a reason for why he got killed. He obviously left the wall and went into this forest and something attacked him. But that's questionable. Okay, so she ends up going to the academy. I'm not really ruining anything. I believe this is part of the synopsis. If it's not, I apologize. But she goes to the academy, and I love that while she's still nervous. Obviously, I would be extremely nervous if I was going somewhere where my brother ended up passing. Anyway, she's going there. She's incredibly nervous, doesn't know what to expect, obviously has read things from her brother telling her that he doesn't want her going there because it is dangerous, and she's still brave enough to do it anyway. She wants to figure out what happened, what went on, how this took place. Not even that, she's also going to be the heir of her family now because her brother has obviously passed. And the way she goes about doing things, she's also incredibly brilliant. And I don't even know necessarily what to say about her other than that she's brave, she's strong, she's smart, and the way she goes about doing things is just so intellectual. She thinks about things a lot before she does them, and you can tell how much her and her brother loved one another, and the familial aspect is something I'm really enjoying. Now, since we have Ren at the academy, obviously the Order has found out, the Order that her brother was a part of, and Castian wants to know more about her. He also wants to get his hands on some of the things her brother had left behind, just to see like if her brother left her anything and everything like that, if her brother had sent anything to her, or she knows any more information about what's going on. He also wants to figure out how her brother passed because he's like, oh, somebody can be coming after the Order. Guys, there's a lot going on, and she honestly, the professor that brings her over, you know her brother trusted, but only to a certain level. And then you get to see the other people working at the academy, the other professors, the head person there. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of that person at the current moment. And then she met another professor who tells you your weaknesses, and you can either be told or not be told your weaknesses. And I'm not going to tell you how that went down, but it's so incredibly intriguing and interesting. And as we get further into the book, I was invested to begin with, but I'm getting even more invested, and I can't wait to see where the romanticy aspect comes in play, like the romance aspect of the romanticy. And I'm just really excited. I'm excited to dive more in. Like I said, I'm at exactly 28% right now, chapter 15. So there is that. I just ended up recording some other videos. I am going to put them on my computer, do some editing while the kiddos are out, and then get back into reading later tonight. I will probably check in with you guys at this point when I am done, but I also want to throw in some videos of my reactions and expressions while reading this one. So we'll see if that actually ends up happening. But really, really, really enjoying this first book so far, and can't wait to dive further in.
Crowded places, feel it sinking in. Lonely faces, say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more inhibition, I'll show you again.
Guys, do I have an update for you? So, Dave is currently outside. I'm gonna move you a little bit closer. Dave is currently outside with the kiddos. I was all set up. I'm out of breath. I was all set up to record downstairs, and they're outside playing football, just like having a fun time. Dave's like throwing the ball to no one, and then they're running and chasing it and screaming and yelling and hollering, and You could hear them in the background. And I was like, is this gonna cover my voice? I am not sure. So we are gonna head upstairs. Anyway, guys, an update for you. I feel like it's been forever since I've updated you guys. It really hasn't been that long at all. This book, I did not want to put it down. I finished Ocean of Ink, which is the first book in this duology. Guys, I enjoy this, okay? I am going to say that this is a slow burn romance. Want to emphasize that. Slow burn, okay? But like, it's just so incredibly good. Like I said from the beginning, Anna Conwell throws you into this story, and she does so well. Also with like how the world building works and like how things are uncovered and how you find things out. It's just so well done throughout the entirety of the book. There's murders happening and it's a mystery as to who is doing these murders, and like there's obviously the order who wants to figure out. Cassian is the head of that. He wants to figure out what's going on because the people being murdered are part of the order, and he's like, is this like, are they targeting the order? Like, what's going on here? Obviously Ren's brother had been murdered and she's also trying to figure it out, and there's just a whole bunch of different stuff going on. You meet a whole bunch of different characters, but let me tell you another thing that I love. The characters are so well done. You will be able to differentiate them. They have their own personalities. They have their own traits. They have their own background. And like, I love a lot of them. I love a lot of the characters in here. And a part of me wants to kind of compare it to Fourth Wing. Yes, I have read Fourth Wing. I was not reading Clean and Closed Door books, and like, I read it when it very first came out, and a part of me is like, for some odd reason, I feel like it's not even that there's challenges. It's not, I feel like the romance is kind of similar in that the male in the romance is like a leader, like the head of something, or like just very prestigious, and then the main female character is the one that needs the help kind of thing. I feel like that's how this one, well, I don't feel like, that's how this one is set up as well. And I feel like a good comparison to Fourth Wing in that way. But I have to say, obviously I love this one more being a Clean Closed Door reader now. Okay, so I'm not going to give it exactly 5 stars. I'm being really picky, guys. I'm going to give it a 4.5 stars. Again, I am so excited to jump in to book 2. I keep forgetting the names. I want to say, before I even look at it, Tide of Secrets? Let's see. Yes, Tides of Secrets. So I am going to start that one tonight. I already have it downloaded on my Kindle, and I am very excited about it. And this is why, like, okay, I am someone who hesitates to read fantasy because I'm always scared of the world building, getting the whole systems down right, and being able to understand everything. Also, I do have to say this about the book. Okay, fantasy names, sometimes they just, they're out there, but I am always usually intimidated to go into fantasy, and with this one, I think it is very beginner friendly. I know I said that already, but I want to reiterate that. Do not be intimidated because these are fantasy books, because you will be able to understand it. It will piece together as you go through. If there's something you don't understand, it will piece itself together. And I'm excited. I am so excited to jump into book 2. I do also have to say, another part of this book that I love, there are so many different parts of this book that I loved. Another part of this book that I love, now I have something in my eye, is that there were letters, correspondences between Castian and Ren through like letter writing, and I love letter writing. Me and Dave wrote letters to each other. There's this like lost art of letter writing that I think is just so absolutely amazing. And you get to see their letters back and forth and how they, like, the banter is just so good. And again, something else I love, I can just go on and on and on about things I love about this book. This might end up being like one of those books that if I continue thinking about it for a long time, it will end up being a 5-star read for me. So if you see it now, like this, I said it was a 4.5. By the end, it might end up being a 5-star read. We shall see. Not by the end of this vlog, but like over time, it might end up being a 5-star read. Where was I going? Oh, the conversations between Castian and his cousin Finn, also amazing. Absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see. So I was talking to Ari, who is my friend who, like, this is the reason I'm doing this, all right? So I was talking to her and I was like, I really hope there's a interconnected series that's coming out, and I was like, I really hope it's about Finn, and I had no idea who it was about. I ended up finding the synopsis today, and it is about Finn, and I am incredibly excited. Now that's going to be a trilogy, but I cannot wait. I love Finn's character, love everything about him and his like charm and everything. Guys, it's so good. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about it. I feel like I can't talk too much about these books because it does give, like, there are spoilers throughout, and again, things you just, like, you piece together as you go through the books. But we are starting book 2 tonight. What was I going to say? I had stuff to say and I'm completely blanking on what I was going to say. But we are wrapping up the day here today. Grace went to preschool. She came home. I read while David was down for a nap. We spent some time outside. Guys, we have what feels like spring weather now. We were stuck in like the 40s and 50s for the longest time. We are in, I think it's like 79 today. We are almost there. We are almost in the 80s, and it is absolutely amazing. I love this weather, and like we get to go on walks, and Grace collects little flower bouquets for me while we're on our walks, and we are starting a garden, and every day I have the plants inside right now. And every day I take them outside when it gets to be sunny out and whatnot, so they get some sunlight. And just seeing them grow is absolutely amazing. And Grace obviously loves watching them grow. And I was always so hesitant to start a garden because I was like, what if I fail? No, I'm not doing that this year. We're doing it. And we are doing it. And it's so much fun. So glad I ended up doing that. I will probably have a vlog going on about that too, because I did like record the entire thing of me planning everything and all that good stuff. So that, more of that to come eventually. Maybe. We shall see. But again, going to jump into book 2 tonight. Obviously, I will take you guys along with me for that one as well. And this makes me want to jump into, this makes me want to jump into more of Anna Conwell's other series as well, like her rom-com series. I did read The Grump Next Door, but he's my grumpy neighbor. The Grump Next Door. Why did I say The Grump Next Door? But he's my grumpy neighbor. And I want to go back to that series and read through, because I did love that book when I read it, and I just need to continue on with the series. Her writing is just like a breath of fresh air. It's so easy, so fast, and again, she has you dive on in right from the beginning. This one ended on a cliffhanger, so if you are someone who maybe you go into book 1 but you'd like to break before going into the next book, it ends on a cliffhanger where you're gonna be like, okay, I need to go into book 2. Just letting you know, fair warning before jumping into it, that you are going to want to read both books before jumping in case there's any kind of time constraint or whatever. Have time for both of the books. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling and ranting. Let's get on with our night. I'm gonna put the kids to bed and we are jumping back in. Alrighty guys, Tide of Secrets has been started. Like you saw, I started it last night, just like I said I was going to. And guys, I thought book 1 was phenomenal, okay? 4.5, that's an awesome rating. Book 2, I think book 2, I have a prediction this is going to be 5 stars because it's already like, I don't have words. And if you are someone who loves clean, closed door, romantasy, you need to pick, like, this one is a must. So obviously we have Ren and Castian and their relationship growing and forming, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil literally anything, but if you've read this book, the scene where Castian is sick and Ren goes to meet him, but she doesn't know he is sick. Wow. The banter, the swoon, the everything is just top tier with this book. Guys, the one page, that scene in particular, I highlighted the entire thing on my Kindle. Now my physical books are coming today. I won't obviously highlight the entire page. I'm sorry if you can hear Grace. She's over here playing. I won't highlight the entire page of my physical book, but I will put it in brackets because, guys, holy moly. The tension, it's so good. I don't have much to say other than that. Obviously, they're still working on trying to find out who is doing these murders at the academy, and oh, man, talk about slow burn, but the entire time it is just top tier. I don't have another word for it. I don't have words for how absolutely amazing this romance is. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and ranting. We are going to get further into the book. I'm only like 22% of the way in right now, and I do not ever want to put this down. Obviously, I have to, but if I could I would read this all in one sitting, honestly. If I had the time and was able to, this would all be done in one sitting. That is how good this book is. Anyway, I'm going to jump back in now. So right now, David is up napping. Grace is down here with me. Tonight, Grace has softball, so I'm going to see if my parents can watch David, because Big Dave is doing other things and has some other things that are going on that need to be taken care of right now. So, going to ask my parents to watch Little David, because Grace's softball ends up being like an hour and 45 minutes. And it's a long time. It's a really long time. And I don't want to take David there and then him see the playground and want to go, but also I want to sit there with Grace because it's only her second time going. That's what's going to end up happening. Maybe I'll get some reading time while she's playing softball. I highly doubt that, but we shall see. Guys, this book is so good. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to get reading. Alrighty, guys, not the best place ever to record. You're also going to hear our washer and dryer. You're also going to hear Grace playing in the other room. David is currently upstairs napping, but I wanted to let you guys know I finished Tides of Secrets, guys. Okay, Ocean of Ink was a 4.5 stars. Tides of Secret is easily a 5-star read, and guys, honestly, it's very, very, very hard to talk about both of these books in general because there are a lot of twists and turns and things being uncovered and all of that good stuff, right? But book 2 is even harder to talk about because it's obviously book 2. It's a continuation of the series, and let me tell you guys, if you guys read and like book 1, but you have yet to pick up book 2, what are you doing? You need to pick up this book. Absolutely insane. Let me tell you, there was something in this one that took place later on in the book. Again, I'm not even going to tell you what it was, but it took place later in the book, and I was like, wait, how is this happening so late in the book? How is this going to all come to an end? But it came to an end so incredibly nicely. I will say, even though we have our two main characters, which generally are like the people that are most loved in the book, I love Finn, okay? Finn is Castian's cousin, and let me tell you, from book 1, I was like, wow, I really love his character. Book 2 just strengthened my love for his character so much. The fact that the next book that Anna Conwell is putting out is his trilogy, like the trilogy that revolves around him as being a main character, I cannot wait. Like, I need that book now. Also, guys, if you are someone who likes tension, swoon, banter, being able to see letters written back and forth, you need to pick up these books. Holy moly, wow, did I have such an incredible time. As you can see, I ended up buying the paperbacks. I got them from Amazon, And with Amazon, you always run into the risk of like them coming damaged. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it does pick it up. There's a massive crease on the cover here. The book actually came like this in the package from Amazon. So I was like, you know what? I normally don't complain about this stuff and I normally kind of let it go. But with it being such an amazing series, I can see myself coming back to it and rereading this series. I was like, I paid for a new book. I want one that is not completely like bent. So I am getting a new book sent to me and I have to put all of my highlights and annotations in these books. So I will put my ones for Tides of Secrets in because obviously this book is in great shape. But I have to wait for Ocean of Ink and that is a-okay. But guys, I literally can't even wait to put the annotations in. There are literally so many highlights in these books. It's just absolutely incredible. Again, the yearning, the tension, top notch. And with the slow burn romance, Anna Conwell does it so incredibly well. And I just love these. Again, I can see myself picking these back up again and reading through them again. But if you are someone who loves romantasy, clean, closed door, that is what this is. So pick it up. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did. I'm ending up giving Tides of Secrets 5 stars. I'm going to call this series a 5-star series because again, this one was like a 4.5. Tides of Secret, no doubt, is a 5-star book though. So thank you guys for sticking along with me for this vlog. I'm sorry I'm not able to give you as many updates on this one. You guys know how particular I am with giving away spoilers and just like little information that even may be on the back of the book, but I'm like, some people don't read the back of the book like myself, and I want to be like completely surprised by aspects of the book. And with these ones, there will be so many surprises, so many turns that you don't see coming, and there were just so many aspects about this series that I loved. So again, if you have not picked it up, highly recommend. Also, if you are a beginner romantasy reader, do not hesitate to pick these one ups. Don't be like, oh, I don't, I'm intimidated by fantasy. So am I, but you need to pick these up. I promise you, you will not regret it. Anyway, I'm going to go in there. You can hear her playing and jumping around and having fun. So I'm going to go in there and play with her. Thank you guys for sticking with me for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys end up picking up these books. If you have read this series, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you are going to pick it up, also let me know that. And guys, don't forget about the giveaway still going on. Again, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon.